So we trying to wait for a couple of more people to get on anyway. So, yeah.
And by the way, we appreciate all the viewers from our last broadcast. I see we got somebody else.
Yes, we had a lot of people. Hey, Sue, it's been a while. How are you? How is my brother Joseph doing? I have not talked to him in a minute. I think we should turn it upside down.
I think you should come over here.
It's kind of hard, babe. Yes. I don't think this is a good idea.
Why?
Because the phone thing is acting crazy.
So which one is it?
I want us to turn some air on, babe. Why are we sitting here in the heat?
Okay. See, compromising with the wife. It always works.
Hey, y'all. Okay. We are going to get ready and get started. I don't think this is going to work because you can't really see my face.
You want to lean in something?
No, I don't want to lean in. Can you turn? Okay. I don't know. It was easier when I was holding it the last time. But anyway, good evening, everybody. Good evening. We are back. We are Simply
the Simpsons.
And we're coming back with Relationship
Chronicles.
Okay. See, we on cue, y'all.
Market es dos. Part 2.
What's that?
Bilingual. Spanish. For 2.
Okay, see, he doing some new stuff, y'all. It's okay.
Part 2,
we
people.
Gonna roll
Part 2.
with it. We're going to roll with it. So we are back tonight. After the live that we did, was about a week ago, we had people reaching out to us, asking us to continue. And, you know, we knew that God had us on a path to do certain things, but I was shocked. I'm going to be very honest. I didn't think anybody was going to reach out and ask us to, you know, like come back on and share more stuff. But what we wanted to do tonight, we absolutely love you, Indira. We cannot wait for our date. We have to set one soon. But we wanted to come back and we wanted to kind of start off with like how we met. Some people know how we met, how it worked out. But I will tell you what we found out even a couple of days ago. The more we talk, the more we are learning that we left out a lot of missing pieces about us, you know, when we met, getting together and all of that. And so we wanted to go into that tonight. One thing I do want to share, we talked this week, we were talking with the kids because we are preparing, y'all, so get ready. Indira, get ready. Naya, get ready. Hey, we are preparing to renew our vows next year.
Amen.
And so we were talking to the kids and we were just kind of asking how they remembered how we met or how I told them that we met, you know, and me and Tracy were getting together. And Asia said, oh yeah, I remember my mom telling me that you were stalking her. And my husband really felt away.
I ain't felt away.
You felt away.
I ain't felt away.
He felt away.
I just said it wasn't true.
He felt away.
Well, we both stalked each other.
Right. He wants to make it like I stalked him, but I really didn't stalk him. He stalked me. Hi, Bookie. And so I want to talk about that. Like when we first met, you know, we kind of went back because we wanted to relive those moments because we're preparing to try to write a book. And so we got to get all of that stuff together. But when we first met, the first thing I remember is my husband coming up to that table and getting his product. Now, what he said to me was that what I did was I turned over and bent over. And so, you know, naturally he noticed that, but he felt like that was me trying to get his attention. And it really wasn't. I was trying to get his bag. And so it was like when he first looked at me, though, he said he looked into my eyes and he realized that, yes, we got to get this money, sis. But he said he looked in my eyes and he realized that I was the one. What I found out also when he shared that with me was that he said that God told him that I was the one at that moment. Now, I didn't know that I was the one because what I understand about the Bible, it says that a man that findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
Proverbs
so,
18:22.
Amen. Come on here with the word. So I wasn't supposed to be looking at him anyway, but what I did find was that when it was time for me to notice what God needed me to see was when I noticed it. And it was at that moment, me and my husband was having a conversation. He was leaning on a broom and he looked at me. And when I looked in his eyes, I realized he was falling in love with me. And God said it to me. He's in love with you. And I was like, what? What he in love with, Lord? Come on here. And God told me, like, he's in love with you. And I'm like, he don't even know me. But what I didn't realize was at that moment, he was getting to know me because we were communicating, we were conversating. And he reminded me that he was asking me questions about me. And I was just telling him all my business. And I don't tell everybody my business unless God tell me to tell him. But that's what happened. So
That's definitely what happened. But she left out the one part when she was like, "Oh my God, who is this handsome young devilish man over there? I just dying to meet him." So what she did was look over her shoulder and say, "Hey, honey, why don't you come over here and check me?" I was like, "No, I'm just playing." No, it happened. It happened the way she said it. Right. It was all God that did it. The amazing thing that I know about the Lord is the fact that He gives you the desires of your heart. And throughout my life and incarceration, I've always prayed for somebody who loves me for me and not love me for or want me for the things that I could do for them. Because growing up, every female that I encountered wanted me because I had money or I was out there, I was big time, I was real popular. So that they wanted the fame behind that. They didn't necessarily really want a relationship with me, and I didn't see it because of me being so conceited and me being who I was, so big-headed. I felt as though, like, all right, you want to be around me just because I got money? Okay, you can attach to me. It really doesn't matter to me. Because I'm not saying that I was some drug kingpin out here doing it, like making millions and millions of dollars. No, but I know I held my own down. But I wanted life to be different. And I wanted a relationship for someone to get to know who I am. Who is Tracy Simpson and not who that guy was in the street. So when I saw her, it was more so I looked at her differently. Even though I was like, them hoes. You're right, them hoes. Even though I still was kind of had one leg in. I was what the Bible calls lukewarm when I was in there. I had one leg in the Word and one leg in the world. But I still listened to God, and I still had conversations with God. God, I learned how to allow God to be my best friend. So in talking to God, it was something in me that God was bringing out of me as far as like not wanting to live that life no more, and especially in there. And it was like when I saw her, it was something different. It was like I saw her, and like in the movies, everything went slow. And you would hear that little music, and you'd be like, ding, ding, ding. You was like, wow. It was like I was in a trance when I saw her, right? And it wasn't like lustful or anything like that. It was just a thing of beauty. It was like I've seen an angel for the first time. Like all God talked about was how beautiful his angels were and all that. And it was like I was literally seeing one. And I was like, wow, all my life I know that babies can see angels, but here it is, I'm a grown man and I'm like looking at an angel, like a real gift from God. So I had my two friends that were in there, and I told them about seeing her for the first time. And one of my buddies was like, so you knew you were different because you kept her interest despite every obstacle. Sis said, that's my husband, and she stayed. Absolutely. She stayed committed to the journey. Yeah. And it definitely was a heck of a journey. But I talked to two of my friends in there. One of them I'm really close with is my best friend in the world, my co-defendant. And it was like I told him, and he was like, man, here you go again. This, that, and the fifth. And I'm like, nah, this one's different. But I told my other friend, and he was like, well, what you gonna do? And I was like, yeah, she's different. I don't know what it is about her, but she's different. So over the course of time, like she said, over the course of our many beautiful conversations, it just was like, it just got better and better and better. And the part that she left out was she threatened me by telling me she was going to leave the job.
You didn't even get to that part.
Okay, my bad. I guess I'm going too fast.
Yes, you are.
Nonetheless, as she stated, it was a true fact that I was falling in love with her. It was truly love at first sight. If no one believes in love at first sight, believe in love at first sight, because it definitely can happen. When you see God when you see God, like, it's love at first sight. It's a match made in heaven. It's a match you could never even imagine or believe. When you feel your heart's desire pulling at you, because every time I encounter her or seen her, the hairs on my body would stand up. I would get chills. I would just get creepy. Who is this? She's just like, wow.